A little better? A little better? It's just. Yeah. I don't know why it's like that. I have no idea. Over there, I guess over there is good. But we'll get better. Go back to
Oh, it's chairs right.
Yeah, it's just go ahead and share this real quick. Shalom, everybody. Can y'all tell the difference? Y'all know what's different? Y'all don't hear that beep, huh? Got that beat. Hey, I got that. I got it fixed just for you. I got it fixed just for you. All right. How everybody doing today? Good. All praises. All praises. Today's lesson is titled, and I did forget the title. Are your priorities straight? All right. Are your priorities straight? Can we get the definition of priority? One of the brothers? Whoever got it? Are your priorities straight?
Priority.
Uh-huh.
The fact or condition of being regarded or treated as more important.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
There's similar.
That's cool. Read that last part again.
The fact or condition of being regarded or treated as more important.
Okay, cool. Treated as more important, right? We in the truth, right? We all know we Israelites, right? Con? Everybody in here Israelites? Anybody struggling with that? No? I will hope not, right? What do we do now? Ooh, I'm asking. What do we do now? What do we do? Keep the law. What else? What else we do? We Israelites. What now? Is that it? Huh? Gather the lost sheep. All right. Anything else? What do? We in the truth now. What do we do? You said teach the laws, right? What if we got a brother that don't necessarily want to teach? Is he wrong for that? Is a brother in sin if he doesn't want to teach? So what do we tell that brother? What do we tell a brother he's like, look, man, I don't think it's me to go out there and street teach with y'all I want to keep the laws. I'm here. I'm keeping the Sabbath with brothers, but I just don't, it's just not in me to go out there and street teach. Find out his gift. Find out, right? We all got it, right? We all got gifts. What about the sisters? What do y'all do? What is y'all role? What, y'all just here to get pregnant? Huh? Build up the children, that's it?
We help you guys do whatever y'all need to do to further.
Kia got a lot to say, huh? She talking. That's good. That's good. That's good. So you saying good stuff though. What'd you say? You said do what? What if you don't have a husband?
Then you help the church.
Then you help the church? Okay, what do you do for the church? What does a woman do that doesn't have a husband? How does she help the church? Charity? What? Okay, let me ask this question. I want everybody to think for themselves. What is your goal in this truth? Individually, everybody in here. What are you supposed to do in this truth? Think about that. That's a real life question. What you supposed to do? Because it's important to understand what you have to do. You know why? Because if you don't know and you lose sight of your priorities in the truth, you know what happens? The Sabbath start to get a little bored. Start missing class here and there. I'm gonna go next week. I'll miss this feast. I'll see them this Saturday, right? You start doing stuff like that, you gotta ask yourself, what are your priorities? What is your goal individually? What are you supposed to contribute to the Most High? That's a real question. For my sisters, we know you're supposed to respect your husband. We know that. But what are you supposed to do for the Most High? You got some. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. The Most High is a jealous God, ain't he? I mean, he like, I need y'all more than your husband. I need you more than your wife. How many of y'all know just how jealous God is? Y'all don't really understand how jealous God is. God is very jealous. We're gonna get some things. Let's do this. Let's go to Matthew 1 and 21. Let me ask this next question. What does your name mean to you? Isn't your name supposed to define? Isn't your name supposed to define who you are? Right? What was Yahushai's name? What does his name mean? What does it mean? Savior? What else though? It's just Savior? He who saves, right? So what was his mission? Did Yahushai know his purpose? He did, huh? Did he stray from it? Did he get tired a little bit? Like, I've been teaching too much, man. I'm gonna go take a break. He didn't do that, huh? His whole entire mission was summed up in his name and in his life, right? Somebody get that for me? Right? Let's read this. Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. Let's read that.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins.
So that was his mission, right? Yahushai knew his mission. So he knew what his priorities was, right? He didn't lose sight. Even at an early age, Yahushai knew what his priorities were supposed to be. He knew that. Even so much to his parents, they didn't even understand Yahushai all the way. Even when he was a child. Let's get that. Let's go to Luke chapter 2. Let's read verse 45. It's a chair right here too, if you need a chair. Right?
It's the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 45. And when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem, seeking him.
So who knows this story? Who knows this story? It was the Passover time, right? Yahushai was, enjoying the feast, right? They went, his parents took a 3-day journey and they realized, wait, where's Yahushai at? That's like me, or that's like anybody that got kids. You take you think your son or your daughter is amongst the crowd. You think, oh, the family, it's a big family. We all here, we celebrating the feast, we traveling, doing all of that. You're like, oh, Yahushai or whoever, your son or your daughter's name. Oh, they're with such and such. They'll be fine. You look up, you start asking around. You're like, wait, hold on, where's such and such at? How's that gonna make you feel as a parent? Gonna make you feel mad, right? Right? Because you're gonna be like, wait, where did they go? This is what happened. So they're having this feast, right? Read.
Verse 46. And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions.
Now, Yahushai was 12 years old at this time. Where was he at? Was he playing a video game?
No.
What was he doing? Was he it's nothing wrong with this, but was he trying to shoot hoop? Or what was he doing? Was he working out to be an NBA player or basketball, football player?
Trying to make a Pop Warner team.
What was he doing? Yeah, trying to make Pop Warner. What was he doing? He was in a temple. These was the wisest of men. You think we wise today? Y'all think we know the scriptures today? Take the top 5 candidates that you like today that bring out the word. They're nothing compared to the people that was at this time. Just off of the simple fact that back then they had just codex. You know what a codex is, right? You know how we got a book and chapters? They didn't have chapters and verses. They just knew where it was at. So imagine the Bible and take away chapters and verses. How good would y'all be able to navigate the scriptures? That's how sharp they was. They would be able to search the scriptures. They didn't say Revelation chapter 7 and 1. That's why they said, as it is written. And then they'll go and they'll find it. So imagine how sharp they was. The Pharisees and the scribes, y'all know what a scribe is, right? A scribe is the person that's supposed to write down the scriptures. They didn't have the printing press back then. You know what they used to do? They used to literally write the whole Bible. That's what the scribes would do. So, after you write something like that, you know it pretty good, don't you? So where was Yahushai at 12 years old? He was with these men. You know why? Because he knew his mission. Even when his parents, they didn't know their mission. They didn't even know what they lost sight of what they were supposed to do. This is how you know they lost sight, right? So he was with the doctors. He was with the wise men, right? Sitting amongst the wise men that knew the law, knew the scriptures, right? Reading and reasoning with them. Read verse 47.
And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers.
And he had understanding at a young age. He was blessed with that Holy Spirit. You know what that is? You know what that's called? That's called a talent. He was blessed with a spiritual talent. Every single person in here is blessed with a spiritual talent. Everybody in here. Now the question is, are you going to use your talent or are you going to sit on your talent? That's the question. Somebody might not want to street teach or be the best teacher, but they might be a chef. So that might be that person's talent. So every feast day, he says, you know what? I'm going to cook the best food I can cook for every feast. That might be his talent. You might have a brother that's excellent in the scriptures. He might not be able to cook. No, I don't know how to do nothing else. I don't know how to do nothing else. But one thing I know how to do is teach the word. You got some brothers like that. I mean, you got some people like that. They don't know how to do nothing else. But one thing they do know how to do is bring it out. And they do that to the best of their ability. You might have that one brother, he don't know how to cook. And he don't know, he necessarily doesn't want to teach the scriptures in that manner. But you know what? He got charity. He like, whatever brothers need, I'm there. Y'all need a car? Y'all need what y'all need? I'm here. Priorities. What is your mission in this truth? Look, your mission is not just to sit on this couch, sit at this table, and just hear the word every Sabbath. That is not your mission. Everybody has a different goal that you have to find within yourself. I can't tell you what that is. I can't tell you what you're supposed to contribute. I mean, I can, brothers can kind of see, oh, you're kind of good at this, or you good at this. We can do that. But it's not our job to tell you what you're supposed to contribute. Everybody has to figure that out for themselves. And once you figure that out, you'll understand your goal in life, because everybody is here for a reason, whether you know it or not. Some people are blessed to eventually find out what their purpose in life is. Some people are not blessed to find that out. Some people never find out their purpose in life. And they have one. People, those people that, people that don't know, I'm gonna let y'all know a secret. People that don't know their purpose in life, a lot of those people are depressed. You know what happens when people don't know the purpose of their life? They get high substance abuse. They don't know. YOLO, we just living, we just partying, we just smoking weed, so what? We get drunk. Our whole life in our 20s is just to have fun and just go to parties and club. And then after they get older, then they go into this midlife crisis. Why do they go into the midlife crisis? Because now they're not as young as they used to be. So now they don't look as fly as they used to be. They got that pot belly hanging over now. See, because America taught you that your priorities when you're young is just to get drunk, have fun, go party, do whatever you got to do. So now when you don't have those good looks no more, you don't have what you used to have when you're young anymore, because it's going to always fade away. What happens? Then you get this midlife crisis and you get into a depression. What is it called when a woman, what is it called? Not menopause, is it postpartum? When they start having a midlife crisis? What is it when the brothers have it too? When brothers and sisters get like 60 or 50? No. It's a midlife crisis. Thank you. She's talking about some menopause. No, a midlife crisis. That's something physically happening with your body. But I'm talking about literally a mental breakdown to where it's like now you probably about to get in that 50 hump. And you looking at your daughter. She in her 20s. You start remembering when you was in your 20s. Start remembering when you was like that. Oh, you start getting a little agitated, a little midlife crisis. So now you got to do certain things. Got to go get the surgeries to get the big boobs, and got to go get the lipo, and got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to go get, because that's what you think your life is for. For the brothers, you used to be strong, buff, right? Now your gut's starting to hang over, right? And you see your son, now he coming up. He's starting to look strong. He big, you know what I'm saying? You start remember, man, I remember when I had those grays. I remember when I had a head full of hair. Some brothers going to lose that, Sorry, brothers, but some brothers are going to lose that. You remember when you had a head full of hair and all of that. And then when you don't have those things, what happens? You start to get into a midlife crisis. You know why that happens? Because you never really fully understood what your purpose in life was. What about them sisters, right? Can I be honest with y'all today? What about them brothers and sisters, right? Their whole life is to find love. I gotta find love. I gotta find my soulmate. And you keep getting cheated on. Because you thought that was your purpose. Why is it that we always try to find our purpose in other things and then we get hurt? You know the only thing that won't hurt you? This. You find your purpose in God, how can you get hurt? You be 50 years old, we good. We still teaching, man, we good. 60 years old, y'all see Rasha? Come on, man, y'all know Rasha. If y'all know Rasha, who know Rasha in here? That brother's still going. He ain't had not one midlife crisis yet. That brother gonna teach till the wheels fall off. That is his purpose. He found it. He ain't looking for love. He ain't looking for happiness. He happy teaching every Sabbath. And you know you live longer when you find your purpose. Why? Because you're happier. Some people, their purpose is to please other people. All their life, they trying to please other people. Oh, that's a sad life. You ever met that person that just want to please everybody? And the moment that they can't please everybody, they get sad and depressed. How was Shai ever sad and depressed with his purpose? He enjoyed what he did. You could tell he loved his people. Even to death, he went and fulfilled his duty. Everybody has a purpose in life, right? My job is to try to help you find what that is through the Mashiach. Because once you find it through Yahweh Shai, oh man, you're good, right? So read verse 48. What's this?
And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold.
You see that? And when you find your purpose, be ready, because everybody's not going to understand your purpose. You understand? Everybody's not going to understand your purpose. So when you find your purpose in life, guess what happens? You're going to have people come in. Oh, I don't think you're supposed to do that. Nico, you sure you're supposed to be that, do that? Right? Look at the sisters. You sure you want to, y'all amongst some weird brothers, you sure that's what you're supposed to be doing? You know, you get people like that. They try to deter you from your purpose. Y'all ever had a feeling like, this is what I'm supposed to do? You knew it was what you were supposed to do. You knew with all your heart, everything in your body. You knew. You was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. But then you start having those other thoughts. Are you sure? You know how you know that's what you're supposed to do? You know that's what you're supposed to do when you know it in your heart. This is where I'm supposed to be at. But then that voice come and say, are you sure? But it never went and told you, are you sure, when you was in the world? You never had a thought, am I sure I'm supposed to get drunk? Am I sure I'm supposed to smoke weed? Am I sure I'm supposed to have sex with all these people? You never had those thoughts, right? It was just like, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. But as soon as you start to go away from the comfortability of your flesh, be ready, because they're always going to say, it's always going to say, are you sure? Every single person that's in here are my brothers, right? I can speak for my brothers. You had a feeling. He was like, it was time. Brothers got in contact with brothers. You felt it was time. You made that leap of faith at the right time. And some people didn't even understand it. That was like, man, I've been trying to get this brother to come with me this whole time. And the brother went to deal with them brothers. Why? Because the Most High is directing you. It's up to if you're going to listen now. So some people are not going to understand your purpose. You see that here. Did his parents understand? It was like, they scolded him for that. Wouldn't any parent that loves their child get on their child's case for doing that? They scolded him. They said, what are you doing? Right? What was his response? Read.
Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing.
They was upset. Sorrowing, right? Read.
And he said unto them, how is it that thou sought me?
How you gonna feel if your kid was like, what you talking about? How you was looking at me? Mom, did not an angel visit you and tell you what I was supposed to be doing? Because that's another thing that happens. Some people, they lose sight of their purpose. You got a lot of people that do that. They knew what their purpose was, and then they lose sight of it. Right? So they lost sight. Didn't the angel visit them and tell them? Give them a prophecy? Didn't the three wise men come and say, this is him? They knew all of that, right? But they still somehow lost sight of the purpose. But did Yahweh Shai lose sight of his purpose? Yahweh Shai was like, how is it that you saw me, Reed?
Which ye not that I must be about my father's
He
business.
said, I'm about my father's business. Now, prioritize. Whose business is this? Huh? Are y'all coming to Ratazan house to go to Ratazan's class? Whose class is this? It's the Father's class. Whose Sabbath is this? The Father's. Who's about their father business? Raise your hand. Not sure? Not sure? It ain't up to me to tell you if you are or you not, but I'll just ask you this. Are you sure you're about your father's business? Is your life geared around Yahweh Shai completely, or is there still certain things that you want to do outside of? And that's not to say that you can't go have fun and things like that, because did not Yahweh Shai have fun? Didn't it say he was a wine bibber? He drank wine. Didn't he say that? Didn't he turn water into wine? It's like, what kind of celebration is this without wine? But what did he understand? He understood that his main goal, his main purpose was what? This work. Whatever it is, this is an engine, and the engine doesn't work, right? If there's something off within the engine, then the whole engine is broken. It doesn't work. Bolts and screws are loose. Does the engine work? Everything got to be tightened up. Everything got to be fastened. The holes got to go to the correct nozzle, right? Everybody has their purpose. You have to find it. And once you find it, don't look back. Give it your all, right? So Yahweh Shai was like, don't you know I'm about my father's business? Read verse 50.
Verse 50. And they understood it not, the sin, Salaki, and they understood not the sin which he spake unto them.
And it doesn't matter if everybody doesn't understand what your purpose is. It doesn't matter. You got to find it. Because I'm telling you, if you don't find your purpose, you're going to burn out. Who knows what I mean by burn out? Eventually, you're going to get tired of the Sabbath. Eventually, you're not going to want to come keep the Sabbath with brother. Eventually, you're going to get tired of standing on the street corners. Brothers is zealous right now, right? Can't wait to teach. Can't wait to teach. Let's go out there and teach. How are you going to be? And you got to think about this in the next 7 years. Are you comfortable with doing the same thing for the next 10 years? It's a real question. Because what they say, you enter into a relationship, you don't truly know the person until what? Until you live with them, or until a year or so. Are you guys ready? Right? For anybody in here, we all love each other in here. We all brothers, right? Are you guys ready for somebody that you came in the truth with, sup with, all that, to tell you, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. Are you going to get discouraged, or are you going to stand strong and say, nah, I know my purpose? Because a person that doesn't want to keep the commandments anymore, a person that does not want to do the works of the Lord no more, he didn't find his purpose. He burned out. Now he's done. And you know what the danger is with that? This is the danger when you don't understand your purpose. This is for the sisters too. It's not just for the brothers, it's for you too. And this is why sisters be depressed in the truth. How are you in the truth and you depressed? How does that even work? Sisters just be looking sad, you know. I'm not saying nobody in here, but sisters just be sad looking. That's because sisters don't know their purpose. Brothers get antsy in class. They tired. It's because you don't know your purpose. Find your purpose, right? So a part of your purpose and your priorities, right, is you have to prioritize, okay? So let's get 1 Peter 3 and 15.
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 15. But sanctify the Lord Yahweh in your heart.
It says, sanctify the Lord in our hearts. What does that mean? What does sanctify mean? Cleanse, right? It says, sanctify the Lord in your hearts. When you don't understand your purpose and what you're supposed to do within this truth and within this walk of life, it becomes to get harder to keep that pure image of Yahweh Shai within your heart. Why? Because it's easy for you to get tossed to and fro. I'm gonna give you an example of that. A person that doesn't know and understand what he's supposed to do in the truth is easily enticed by the world. Yahweh Shai is not completely sanctified within your heart. You know what that means? That means that you looking at your old friends, right? Let's say a sister, a brother, right? You make that whole 360 change. You got fringes on, you got your beard, right? You keeping the Sabbath, right? And then you get that phone call from your old friend. Man, we about to go here, man. We miss you, man. Man, come on. You should come. Just come. If you don't know your purpose, they sounds good, right? Oh man, maybe I ain't hung out with y'all in a long time. And then you say, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go. But you know what happens is you start to get sad. Man, I don't have no more fun no more, man. My friends, they used to do this. We used to go that. We used to be. And then you start to get enticed because you don't know your purpose in this walk. So it's easier for you to get enticed. Your old homegirls, they hit you up. Girl, come on. We about to go. So-and-so going to be there. Start getting enticed. Your old brothers, your old fling hit you up. How you been? It's been a long time. Oh, I see you growing your beard now. But you know, I used to like you when you was clean cut. And you know what you start doing? You start getting off the phone. You tell her, you water off. Oh, no, I'm Israelite now. But you get off the phone and then you start thinking like, man, I used to be fly, though. Whenever you got those thoughts, man, I remember when I was in the world. Sometimes brothers got to catch themselves, huh? No, for real. Because you're supposed to be at your best in this. You ain't supposed to be looking back. What happened to Lot's wife? Then she looked back. What was that story supposed to teach you? Man, I remember, man, when I was in the world, I used to be turned up. I used to be the money. And not saying that sometimes you might not get into conversations and you talking to a brother and you talking to how you used to be, but you know the difference between those people that really miss it, though. They really miss it. Like, dang, I really used to be, oh my gosh, like, man, I used to have such a. Why is it that when I come in the truth, now all this hell breaking loose? Start going wanting to go back. Maybe you had a job. You gave up that job. Let's say you did give up that job for the Most High, and then you start going through financial problems, and you start reminiscing because your priorities ain't straight. So you start reminiscing. You forgot. You didn't really give up that job for the Most High. See, then you got to question yourself, because if you really gave up that job for the Most High, you wouldn't be feeling no way. You'll be happy. But since your priorities are not straight, you just gave it up because it was something that you thought you had to do for people. Because that's another thing. Don't come in this truth for people. I repeat, do not come in this truth for people. If you come in this truth for people, you'll be let down every time. We're not in this truth for people. We're not in this truth for relationships. Who's in this truth because they like me? If you raise your hand, I'm going to rebuke you. You ain't supposed to be in this truth because you like me, like this brother, like this sister. Like sisters, you got a husband that's in this truth and you came in this truth through your husband. I would suggest you try to find the love of your Mashiach, because eventually, I'm going to be honest with you, eventually you'll burn out. That's what happens when we put relationships above. And you know what happens too with that? It's when your priorities messed up. It can lead to a lot of different things. When you ain't really sanctified the Lord within your heart. You came in the truth and you seen this brother street teach videos. Man, that brother powerful. You came in the truth because of that brother. In so much, I'm going to give both sides of the spectrum. I'm going to get a woman's side and I'm going to get a man's side. Brother came in the truth because he admired this brother right here. He didn't study to show his own self-approved, right? Brother came in the truth because he admired another brother. And guess what happened? Now, that brother started teaching fallacies. He's not going to investigate. Why? Because he just came in for this brother. So whatever this brother say, he's just going to believe it. This brother can't be wrong. He's too fervent in the spirit. Well, that means you came in the truth for him, not Yahweh Shai. Because you're supposed to do what? Study to do what? Sisters, right? Got some sisters coming to truth because they like our brother street teach and go find the brother, don't know nothing about the brother, marry the brother. Now the brother turned out to be the biggest devil in the world. That's because you didn't come in the truth for the Mashiach. You came in the truth for the brother. Who puts their trust in men? You put your trust in men, they'll fail you every time. Every time. A man will fail you every time, but who has not yet to fail us? Mashiach ain't failed us, huh? You know what? He's jealous. He be sitting there like, man, y'all ain't even looking at me no more. How many of y'all prayed to the Mashiach today? Who thanked him for another day of life? You did. If you didn't, it's cool. You know, this is not to put nobody on blast, but you got to start doing those things. Thank the Lord that we're here together again, right? So read that, finish that up.
15. But sanctify the Lord in your heart, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear.
You know those people, watch this. You know when you sanctify the Lord in your heart, your priorities are straight. When somebody asks you about the Mashiach, you be bold. Yeah, I'm Israelite. Yeah. What's those little shingle things on your these? These was fringes. You got some people, they took them in. You got some people, they go to the store, they be like, I'm gonna take this one. But you know the difference between that person that really sanctify Yahweh Shai in their heart. Why? Because they'll stand in front of everybody. They'll stand in front of the most popular of the popular people and tell them they Israelites. Is it any shame? But when your priorities are straight, how could you have shame in this? Sometimes we gotta correct ourselves. When we was young in the truth, what did we do? We used to be like, what was the first thing we did when we seen the garments for the first time? I'll never forget. I was like, we ain't gotta wear those. It's because I didn't have understanding. But once I really fully came into the truth and sanctified them in my heart, and I understood what those warlike garments, which y'all see pretty soon, what those warlike garments really represented. Oh man, I don't even want to take it off. Walk in the store with it on, right? Bold, huh? Just because. You want people to ask you questions. You understand? So what are our priorities? Are we really sanctifying Yahweh Shai in our hearts, right? So now let's go from there. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 7. So what do you got to do? You got to find out what your mission is. What is your mission in this truth? Let's start at verse 29.
1 Corinthians 7, verse 29 on the top. But this I say, brethren, the time is short.
The time is what?
The time is short.
The time is short. How much time do we got, family? We got a lot of time. We got time to be playing around. We got time to be trying to figure it out. You know what he told you, right? He said, since your left foot was hot and your right foot was cold, what did he do? I'll spew you out of my mouth because you couldn't figure it out. Who want to be that? Most High said, look, you either down with me or you not. He said, I'll spew you out. Time is short. We ain't got a lot of time. You know how I know we ain't got a lot of time? You see how fast we didn't grow? So I was like, I ain't got time to be playing games. Look, boom, 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 adding in pieces, boom, 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 boom. Y'all got a body, figure it out now. Move. But you know what? It ain't up to me, this brother, that brother, this. It's up to each individual person to move on their own accord. You got to move, right? Time is short, read.
It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they have none.
So we understand what Paul's saying, right? What is he saying? He says, brothers, y'all like cuddling with your woman? Like spending time with your woman? Brothers, it might not be nobody's situation in here. It might be, I don't know. But you might have a situation where your wife is like, why you, brother? Why you gotta leave every Sabbath? Can you just spend time with me now? You know what you're gonna have to say? I gotta be about my Father's business. I'll figure out another day. Saturdays is for the Most High. Babe, remember when we used to take those nice Saturday walks in the park? I miss those days. Well, you're gonna have to miss them. Sunday gonna have to be the day. Saturday though, I'm here. Rain, sleet, or snow, I'm here. Where you at? I'm here. I'm doing what? I'm on them street corners. I'm putting in that work. And I'll see you for the rest of the week. But on Saturday, I'm here. And then guess what? When brothers start moving up in the rank and we start training up brothers start getting wise in their knowledge, brothers start teaching. Guess what? We're going to have Wednesday classes. We're going to have Tuesday classes. We're going to have all them different classes. You think we're going to be the only ones teaching those classes? Nah, brothers going to have to fill those positions. So guess what? Tuesday, 8 o'clock, your rib going to have to know, babe, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, I got to teach. I got to go do this work. I'll be back. I'll schedule you time in my schedule. But I got to go do this work. Right? That's what we got to do. Because time is short. We got to be about our what? Father's business. But let's keep reading. Watch this. Read.
Verse 30. And they that weep as though they weep not.
If you sensitive, you can't be sensitive right now. And they that weep as though they, whatever, oh, my life is just hard. Oh, I'm just, woe is me. Most High said, man, suck that up and go do what you got to do. You know, the brothers that got continual excuses. Well, I couldn't get a ride. Well, I didn't have this. Well, I didn't have that. Well, I couldn't do this. Well, I had this. Well, my back was hurt. My foot did this. She did this. Well, she did that to me. Well, he did that to, you know, those people. Most High said, ain't time for that. You better figure it out. And once you figure it out, you better come to me and really keep these laws and really put that first foot forward. You understand? Now, let's keep reading. Read.
And they that rejoice as though they rejoice not. And they that buy as though they possess not. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passes away.
You see that? We know we got to live in this world, right? But it says that those that be in this world don't abuse the world. We got to live in this world. We got to go to work, don't we? But does your work, and let me ask you this question. What is your life? What's the most important thing in your life? Calvin, what's the most important thing in your life?
Because at first I used to have a plan. Well, I used to ask that question, you know, if I was in the truth, the whole American dream nonsense. And I came in there too. And I'm like, I need to learn the scriptures.
Need to learn the scriptures? That's your first priority?
Yeah. I need to actually sort it like that.
Yeah, come on. Everybody else can say the same thing. What's your priority? What comes first? Now, when you answer that question, let me tell y'all this. If you say that the Most High is your main focus, let's go there real quick. Hold this. Let's go to the Apocrypha real quick. Let's go to Sirach. So whose priority is the Most High? By show of hands. Who put him first? Everybody? Okay. Let's read Sirach 2:1.
Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation.
Do what?
Prepare thyself for temptation.
So what did Peter do? I never deny you, Christ. Did he get tested? So be careful. You say that your life belongs to the Most High, you're going to get tempted and tested on that. And if you fail that test, the Most High because the Most High said, don't vow a vow that you cannot repay or you can't pay. Man, I'm for the Most High. Remember, don't think because you don't see brothers getting judged now that they just got away scotch-free. The Most High is going to require everything that you speak. He's going to require that of you. So if you say, the Most High, I live for him. That's all I live for. He's going to put something in your way. Oh, you do, huh? Here's a raise at your job. $60 an hour. But it requires you to not be at home. So what does that mean? What does that mean? And this is how Satan works. Watch this. It requires you not to be at home, right? You got to go travel. But we'll give you some time off. But what does that do? If somebody offered me a job like that right now, right? What does that do for you, brothers and sisters? What happens? The work is done. So now I got to prioritize and I got to say, wait, hold on. I'll pass on that $70 an hour. I'm good. I'll continue doing whatever else I was. You got to be ready to make those decisions because those type of situations are going to come to you. You got to make a choice. You know why? Because the Most High is a jealous God, and he loves us. He wants to see who you gonna pick. You gonna pick me? You gonna pick your mama? You gonna pick me? You gonna pick your granny? You gonna pick me? You gonna pick that job? You gonna pick me, or you gonna pick your kids? Who you gonna pick? So when you say you pick the Most High right now, remember, you will get called out on it. The Most High is gonna, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that brother said he gonna pick me. Oh, okay. Don't honor me in word. I want to see action. All right, for sure. I'm gonna put a scenario just for you, and I'm gonna see who you pick. Brother stuff, you know what? Our sister stuff, you know what? Something came up, you know, I'm not gonna be able to do, and then you'll realize that you put the Most High to the back burner. So prepare your soul for temptation. Don't think that it's just gonna be peaches and cream in this walk. It's not. Now let's go back to 1 Corinthians 7 and 31.
Verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world pass away. But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord.
See that? It was so serious for Paul. Paul was like, look, man, if y'all can, I would rather y'all not marry. The only reason why is because you can focus on the things of the Lord. What's your main goal? Your main goal is what? The things of the Lord. But if you get married, he said you're going to have to care for your wife and do what you got to do and work and all of that. But guess what? Lob can put in the most work because he ain't married. Lob can go travel when he want. He can leave when he want. Lob can live in a shack and be good. And eat every now and then and be straight. But when you got a family, though, your kids can't miss meals. You got to go to work. But now, guess what? Most High said, yeah, you got to deal with your family. Take care of them family and the responsibility, but you better not leave me out. So now you got extra work you got to do. You got to care for kids and the Most High work. You can't just say, oh, I'm married now. Bye, Most High. Nah, can't do that. Now you got a double heaviness that you got to deal with. Watch this, read.
Verse 33. But he that is married cared for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife.
You see that? Now watch this, read.
There is difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman cared for the things of the Lord.
You see that? Even my sisters. This ain't just for the brothers, y'all too. An unmarried woman, guess what? Y'all can do what y'all got to do for the Lord. See? That's why you got to ask yourself. For my sisters, I say this for my sisters out there. It's a lot of sisters on Facebook. It's a lot of sisters online. It's a lot of sisters that's in the truth. And all they want is husbands. Now, that's fine. That is fine. Get married, have your kids, do what you got to do. But then sometimes you lose focus on the Most High. There's a way you got to do it. The Most High is the one that you're supposed to focus on. He's going to give you your husband. But for now, what can I do for you, Lord? I love you first. You my first love. So what I got to do? I got to sew for the brothers. What I got to do? What you want me to do? I'm a single sister in this truth. What I'm going to do? I'm going to sew every garment I can for the brothers. I'm going to cook for the brothers. I'm going to go out there and give water to the brothers. I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm going to serve the brothers. What can I do? Y'all know about Mary, the two Marys? Yahweh Shai had women that was rolling with him too. He just didn't have brothers. He had sisters with him. Says, sisters, man, y'all got to worry about the things of the Most High too. How can you build him up? See, because the Most High give you exactly what you want for the brothers and the sisters. You throw the Most High away. Let me get this real quick. Let me detour. I got to show y'all something real quick. I gotta get this precept out. I didn't even put this in there. Let me get this real quick. Let's go to 1 Samuel 8. First Samuel 8. Watch this. Okay. Let's read verse 5. 1 Samuel 8:5.
Verse 5.
Let me show y'all. Look, these words, in these words, you can, if you really read them, right, you can really start to begin to feel how God feels, right? Y'all can feel how God feels in these ways. These words are oracles. Don't just think that these words, when you hold these words up, these words, you're getting to know God. These are his words. So when you read this, you just, I'm just reading the Bible. I'm just reading the Bible. No, these are God's words. This is how God feels. He's going to let you know what hurts his feelings. He's going to let you know what makes him happy. He's going to let you know. Y'all want to know how to make God happy? It's in this word. You want to know what hurts his feelings and makes him sad? It's in this word. Let's see what makes him sad. Read.
Verse 5. And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the
You
nations.
see that? Now, Israel, Samuel was the judge. But prior to this event, Israel did not have kings. They only had judges. Okay. Most High will bring certain judges up, and they didn't have kings. They only had judges. So Samuel was old at this time. And guess what? Samuel's sons was wicked. You know, you don't know what your kids are going to be. So Samuel's sons, they didn't walk in all of the ways of the Lord like Samuel did. So Samuel was old. So the people of Israel was like, man, give us a king. We want a king. We want to be like the other nations. Right, Reed?
Verse 6. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, Give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Most High.
Why was Samuel upset about that? They wanted somebody. It was like, we want somebody other than the Most High, basically. That Samuel was like, what are y'all talking about? So that's the same thing we do even now. I just want a husband. I just want a husband. I just want a husband. You forgot the Most High. Like, damn, you want to, okay, and you know what the Most High do? He'll give you a husband, all right. Then you want a husband? Isn't that what you wanted? Brothers, he'll give you a wife, all right. Brother pulling out his hair. Because you know why? Because it wasn't the fact that you wanted a husband or a wife. It was the fact that you moved the Most High and you begin to only focus on that. You didn't focus on, your priorities wasn't straight. You know, the Christians, they only pray to God when they're going through something. I don't never pray to God when they got money or nothing. Anytime. Man, I know so many people. I ain't even going to say no names. They going through something. They homeless. They playing Christian gospel music. Never would have made it. They playing all the music and they don't they do that? Never gonna made it. They crying, snobbing out the mouth, sad. And as soon as they get out of their situation, they back turned up in the party. Turned up. What was all that crying and snobbing and gasping out the mouth? Where'd that go? Priorities. We only, goddamn, I'm sorry, Lord. We only use them when we need them. We don't ever just stop and ask him, Lord, how are you feeling today? Do we ever do that? You know, the prophets talk to God. Come on, man. Like, I'm going to show y'all some stuff today. Watch this. So Samuel was hot. Let's read.
Verse 7. And the Most High said unto Samuel, Hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me.
He said, Samuel, why are you mad? He said, bro, they didn't reject you. They rejected me. How you think the Most High felt? He was sad about that. You know, brothers, how y'all feel? You know, it's just that one middle school crush you got. Oh, man, you buying her hot Cheetos. You giving her dollars to get Kool-Aid with the gummies. Matter of fact, you might sell candy. You giving her free stuff out the stash. You walking her home every day, walking her to her bus stop. You opening doors for her. And then she go pick the next man. I hurt your heart, huh? And she only do enough to keep you around. Well, you know, you still my friend. Meanwhile, y'all know back in the day in middle school, you know, it was a thing to go behind the bungalows and kiss. You go and you pick your head, you see her kissing all slobbing dude down in the bungalow. And then dude don't even do it right. How that make you feel? You like, man, I ought to have treated you right, man. You hurt me and I still want to treat you right. And dude messing her around. She coming and crying and confiding in you. That's how the Most High feel. That's how the Most High felt right here. Like, man, they didn't reject you. They rejected me. Watch what the Most High said. Read.
Second part of verse 7. But they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them, according to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this
He
day.
said, man, they've been complaining and mad and all of that since the day I brought them out of Egypt. He said, since the day I brought them out of Egypt, all they do is complain. Complain and complain and complain. You know, the Most High was sad. You think the Most High was happy to say these things to Samuel? Most High was like, man, they didn't reject you, they rejected me, man. And I love them. They don't even understand. Do y'all understand that the God of this universe wants a relationship with you? I'm gonna say that one more time. The God of this universe wants a relationship with you, with each and one of you. Because everybody that's in here, you're not in here for no reason. You in here for a reason. You're in here because the Most High called you to be in here. He wants a relationship with you, but yet we put other things before him. We do that a lot. We do that sometimes without even realizing that we're doing that. Yeah. Most High was sad at this. He said, man, they didn't reject you, right? They rejected me, read.
Wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee.
Mm-hmm.
Now therefore hearken unto their voice, howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over
He
them.
said, okay, they want a king. Lord was kind of mad. He said, y'all want a king? All right, I'll give you a king. I'm gonna give you a king, all right? See, I was good to you. I fed you with manna out of heaven. Whatever you asked of me, I gave it to you. I was good to you, but y'all want a king? All right. Watch what he say, read.
Verse 10. And Samuel told all the words of the Most High unto the people that asked of him a king.
Mm.
And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you.
Oh, yeah, you want a husband? Oh, you want a wife? Okay, I get you. So you want that before you want me? I'll give it to you. Your priorities ain't straight. I'll give it to you. Right? What do you say? Read.
And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself, for his chariots, and to be horsemen, and some shall run before his horse.
He said,
chariots.
okay, he gonna take all your sons. Oh, okay. Guess what? Your son's gonna have to be in his military. Your son's gonna have to serve at his table. Guess what? He gonna take, okay, you want that? He gonna take all your chariots. He gonna have the best of everything that you got. He gonna add it to himself. Read.
And he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over 50s, and he will set them to ear his ground and to reap his harvest.
So y'all gonna be servants to this man. He gonna take all your kids, take your sons from you. He gonna make you, oh, you want a king? Okay, I'll give you a king. That's why you got to be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you got to say, Lord, let me not ask for what I want. Let me talk and ask you what you want from me. Because you got to be careful. Because sometimes we don't know what we're asking for. We be asking for a bunch of stuff. Lord, why am I not rich? Most High, like, I didn't make you rich because I know what you're going to do with that money. You're going to go crazy. So I got to keep you abased. So you know what I do? You know what you should do? You know what brothers should do? You know what we all should do? We should say, Lord, what do you want for my life? And whatever you want for my life, I'm good with that. As long as I got you in my life, I'm straight. I live in a one bedroom all my life. You know, those people that get through those midlife crises and they ain't never got a flashy house. But then they look at the next man and he got a flashy house. They get depressed because their whole life they wanted the house. They lost their way. Forget the house. Forget the cars. I don't want none of that. Forget the woman. Forget the brothers. I don't want none of that. I just want the Lord. And whatever the Lord wants to add and take away from me, I'll let him do that. But the Lord will give you what you want. Lord got a funny way. That's what he's telling Israel right now. He said, okay, y'all want a king? I'll give that to you. Your priorities was messed up. You didn't have your priorities straight. When I had you, I treated you good. But you want a king? I'll give you a king. Read.
And to make his instruments of war and instruments of his chariots. And he will take your daughters to be confectionaries.
He said he's going to take your daughters. What you going to do if the king say, I want your daughter? You going to tell the king no? Who going to tell the king no? I don't care, king. You ain't taking my child. You going to tell the king no? King said, nah, I want your daughters. They're going to work in my palace. They're going to fan me when I need fanning. That's what he did. Right now, just think about that. See, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show you the difference between me and Iran, running y'all and the Most High running y'all. Y'all want to know how it ain't me and Iram that's running y'all? Because you know what me and Iram would do if we was really running y'all? We would take y'all money. We would teach doctrines and say, y'all got to give us money. Give us money. Ain't that what the pastors do? And guess what? Brothers would gladly probably do it. Give us money. We need money. We need this. We need that. Come on. You know, there's brothers out there that teach doctrine. Since I'm a bishop of this church, I should be able to get married to any woman I want. Give me your daughters. Give me your daughter. Brother, don't they use a position to do that? To get women? Don't they use a position to get money? When you got a situation where it's the Lord's business, nah, it's not like that. It's the Lord's business. When, don't get it twisted. We ain't over y'all. The Lord is over y'all. That's why the same way brothers give alms, we're going to give alms. The same way we're going to put in work that y'all supposed to do, we're going to put in work with y'all because we're all laboring for who? The Most High. But when you just want that one person over you, this is what they have to do, right? Let's keep reading. Finish that off.
Confessionaries, and to be cooks, and to be bakers.
So your daughters got to be cooks and bakers for him, read.
And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your old vineyards.
And you know what, Calvert, I like that land you got over. I'm king. Calvert, I like that land you got over there. I need it.
Ishbah.
Yeah, Ishbah. Ishbah, I like that land over there. Give it to me.
Run that.
Nah, give it to me. I want it. You know why? Because he the king. This is what Israel asked for, and they got it, didn't they? You know they got it, because what was the Northern Kingdom's biggest problem when Solomon took over? What did they say? Your father ruled over us with rigor. David was a good guy, but he was a king. They had to do stuff. They had to work for him and all that. So what did they tell Solomon? They said, can you be a little nicer? No, not Solomon. I'm sorry. Jeroboam. I'm sorry. Jeroboam. Right? Solomon ruled over them with rigor, right? They asked Jeroboam, they said, look, can you be a little nicer to us? Can you be a little nicer to us? He said, nah, my father chastised you with whips. I'm going to chastise you with whips too. Huh? And he made them work double. See that? So sometimes Israel got to be careful what we ask for. Get our priorities straight. Understand that who we in this for? We in this for who? The Most High, right? Read.
Vineyards, and to give to his officers and to his servants. And he will take your maidservants and your manservants and your maidservants and your goodliest young men and your asses and put them to his work. He will take the tenth of your sheep, and ye shall be his servants, and ye shall cry out in the day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen you.
Oh my God, I need a counsel. My husband not treating me right. Man, my wife, man, she's just stressing me out. Well, you asked for it, didn't you? Didn't you ask to be married? Didn't you ask for that? The Most High get that to you. And then it'll be the biggest regret in your life. You'll be like, dang, now it's too late. You got to deal with what the Most High gave you. Instead of seeking the Most High first and not worrying about nothing else, and the Most High will add to you. Did he not tell David that? He said, if you would have asked of it, I would have gave it to you. Because you was my friend. So what you got to do is you got to get good in with the Most High. That's the secret. Get good in with the Most High and let him give what he wants to give to you. And you ask the Father, the present state that I'm in at this moment, why do you want me here? Show me why I'm here. Show me why I don't have X, Y, and Z. Show me that. And then the Most High will add to you. The Most High will begin to teach you and show you what you need to do. Don't lose focus on your mission for women and for the men. Right? So let's go from there. Let's go back to, we read all of 1 Corinthians. Let's go from there. Let's go to Ezekiel 37. And let's read verse 10.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 10. So I prophesied, and he commanded me, as he commanded me, And the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
See that? So this is the valley of the dry bones, right? So what Ezekiel did was he prophesied unto the bones. It's spiritual, right? And they began to come back to life. So everybody in here, the Most High prophesied into your spirit, and now guess what? You guys are brought back to life. Now, the question is, are you going to go back into darkness, or are you going to stay strong in righteousness? Which one? Stay strong? Okay. Well, if you're going to stay strong, the Most High is going to require that you prove yourself. Because me and this brother can't say we best of friends if me and him in our relationship ain't never been proven. How can I say I love this brother and me and this brother is close, and me and this brother ain't even been proven yet? You got to be proven. So what the Most High going to do? He going to prove you. He said, okay, you got brought back to life. You in this truth. You tasting of these spiritual gifts. You hear these words, right? You accepting of these words. Come, you all do, right? But now I have to prove it. You got to prove to me that this is where you want to be. We're not here because of each other. We have to be here because of the Most High. You got to really fear God. If you don't really fear God, eventually He's going to blow out your candlestick. You ever been in a relationship and that a person, you ever been with somebody that didn't want to be with you? Who ever been like that? I have. Well, I ain't going to be, being in a relationship and the person didn't want to be with you. If you ain't never experienced that, that is the worst feeling. You know, when you try to kiss her and she turn her head. She turn her head and she just on her phone. You trying to give her love and she don't want to be with you. Whoever had that? Experience that? Do you dirty? Don't really want to be with you, but you want to be with that person? Now, why do we think that's cool to do that to the Most High? Most High gonna cut you off for that, right? Now let's go from there, right? And let's get Deuteronomy. Actually, give me Daniel. Actually, Daniel 1. So let's get some examples real quick of a person that stood down. Did Daniel stay down with the Most High? I'm asking y'all, did Daniel stay down with the Most High? He did. He had to prove himself, didn't he? Give me one example of how Daniel proved himself. Talk louder, Rock.
Oh, when they told the Israelites that they couldn't pray, well, I think it was 10 days or so, but Daniel he still wouldn't pray.
Okay. Daniel still strong, didn't he? Okay. What else? What?
And when he was in the lion's den, in the lion's den, he prayed. He prayed, and the Most High shut the lion's mouth.
That's a man that loved God, don't he? He said, I'm willing to give my life. Oh, well. Did Daniel know if the Most High was going to save him or not? Did he care? Hey, if he saves me, he saves me. If he doesn't, he doesn't. That's why, brothers, that's another thing. When your priority's not right, you go through a little static in your life. Oh, why is God doing this to me? Why would God do it? Because God can do whatever he wants. God can do whatever he wants. So whatever God want to do to me, Lord, I just ask that you see me through it. That's what I ask. I ask that you let me get through the pain. But regardless of the matter is, I'm with the Most High. Now let's see this. Now let's read Daniel chapter 1 and let's read verse 5.
Verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king.
Now, I want y'all to picture this. I want you guys to put your minds in this story. Imagine right now, who's the next so-called superpower? China or Germany? China. Imagine the Chinese come to America, right? And they take over all America. And you hear gunshots in the streets, people getting killed, right? Families getting ripped apart, right? Imagine that. Put your minds. And China comes and they take over all America. This is exactly what happened. Babylon is taking over the world at this point. Babylon is the greatest nation. Babylon is taking down everybody, right? So put your mind like in this position. Right now, it's gunshots in the streets and all of that. And We hiding, we running, we getting, you see our people getting killed, you see our people getting taken, right? Put your mind in. This is what Daniel was going through. Right? And now it's a decree. Chinese people like eating dog, right? Everybody got to eat dog. If you don't eat dog, we're going to kill you. Matter of fact, the decree is this. If you don't eat dog, we're going to hang you in the street. How many of y'all going to eat the dog? Some of us going to be like, this dog is good. It ain't actually that bad. Some of us. Right? This is what Daniel was going through. So right now they saying you got to eat the king's meat. He said y'all got to eat the king's meat and drink the king's drink. What did Daniel do? Read.
Verse 6. Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and to Hananiah, Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and unto Azariah, Abednego.
Mm-hmm.
But Daniel purposed in the heart that he would not defile himself.
So the whole time this is going down, right? Daniel's sitting there like, I'm not eating that. He thought about it and he's like, I'm not eating that. You know what I'm saying? He started thinking of ways, how can I get around this? Because I'm not eating that. When a lot of us would have folded, Daniel would have been the one like, I'm not eating that. And he didn't go, I'm not eating that. He didn't do that. It says he proposed in his heart. Okay. He think I'm going to eat that, but I ain't eating that. I'm going to figure out a way how not to eat that. You know, was his priority straight or what? You know, a brother priorities that ain't straight, you know what they're going to do? Oh, God know my heart.
I sin every day.
I sin every day.
We all fall short.
We all fall short. I'm going to just repent. I'm going to just repent. You got Israelites that do that. Well, God understands my situation. How do you know that? How do you know that God understands your situation? Who told you that? Did your head in your mind tell you that? That is stupid. God know me. God know me. God. You gotta be careful with those people. God know. Did you read it? No, I didn't read nothing, but God know. You gotta be careful with those people. Because Daniel proposed in his heart, he said, nah, bro, I'm not eating that, right? Read.
Verse 8. But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore, he requested of the king of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now the Most High had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs.
You know why? Because you know what's so beautiful when you got your priorities on the Most High? He got your back. Stuff just open up for you. People just like, dang, it's like you never are dead. Like you was just going through the fire and it was like you didn't get burned not once. Most High didn't say you wasn't going to go through the fire. He said, I'm going to help you go through it. So Daniel was like, I'm good. I'm not eating that. I'm straight. I'm good on that. And the Most High delivered him from that. Who got that type of faith? Think about it in your heart. You ain't gotta say nothing loud. Just think. Do you ask yourself, if your job right now told you that you got to work the Sabbaths, are you ready to give it up? Ask yourself, ladies, if your husband left the truth right now, are you gonna continue? Or are you gonna stop? Ask yourself. What you gonna do? Brothers, if your lady left the truth, you gonna continue or you gonna stop? If your kids left the truth, you gonna continue or you gonna stop? Your best friend left the truth. Shit, Iran lead the truth. I lead the truth. We gonna stop? We gonna keep going? What you gonna do?
Keep it going.
Better keep it going, bro. This work and this walk never stops. You know why? Because my relationship, your relationship shouldn't be each other. It should be, we got a relationship through the Mashiach. Probably wouldn't even know none of y'all if we didn't know Christ. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
For real. Would have never known Iran. He all the way on the east side. Man, I never went over there.
Y'all would have never seen me, bro, if it hadn't been for this truth. I promise.
Never would have seen him. Matter of fact, we probably would have seen each other, but not on good terms.
That's a possibility.
It's a high possibility. You understand? So me and him, we together, and we all together because of who? We got one common denominator. Don't put your personal relationships with anybody in here above the Most High. You start doing that, that's when you are. Because what happens if we in the same scenario and then I call to me, I'm like, dang, man. They talking about we got to eat the dog. And we got to have a lesson on this. Me and Iram have a lesson. We like, you know what? It's probably wise if we do eat the dog. We could bring y'all all in here. And you know what, brothers? Just to use wisdom, we're going to all eat the dog. Just take a little piece of it. What y'all going to do? Y'all better walk the fuck up out of here.
Hey, real talk, Salakia. I ain't gonna say the camp name, but y'all can put it together. I mean, they a pretty big camp. They telling people if it gets serious, and they start enforcing us to have these vaccinations, they telling their congregation take the vaccination.
Come on.
You gonna know who the real is in the
Come
when it get tough, bro.
on.
You mean to tell me what? You gonna tell your camp, your congregants that believe in you? Like he said, they believe in him and that camp. Show me in the scripture where it says take a goddamn GMO poison, a poison GMO and inject it in your system and take that. You're not gonna find that nowhere. You're gonna see our forefathers die. They took death before dishonor. You're gonna see our foremothers die. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying.
Nah, for real. Yeah. If they're gonna fold with the vaccinations, which is light, this is mild afflictions. We ain't even got. Y'all think we got to some afflictions? This is mild afflictions. Have we seen anything yet? And they talking about take the vaccine. What you gonna do? What they gonna say when they like, I'm gonna kill you if you don't eat the pork? If you can't deny a vaccine, you think you're gonna deny anything else? Hell no. You're fooling yourself. You know why Esau's doing this, man? This COVID-19 is a bunch of crap. You know why Esau's doing this? Esau doing this because he's trying to figure out just how much y'all gonna take. Look at them. They all wearing masks. Look at them. Damn masks. Do y'all understand that the masks that y'all buying on the street from these street vendors do not help you? You got to get the real medical one. But y'all, I want the mask. Y'all really think the mask is helping you? You really think the mask is helping you? Like for real, you really think if you blow through the mask and you feel the air going through the mask, that means the germ can go through the mask. That's how stupid Israel is. And only trust Esau. Y'all can still get the vaccine with the mask. Y'all, they getting little wipes, wiping off everything. It's no way you can, you know how many germs is in the world? You're not going to get past it. This is all what? Propaganda. That's all they doing. They want you to see how far you gonna go. Now we go into the store, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'll take the mask off in the store. They be like, "Well, you can come in with the little mask on." Oh, my bad. I forgot the mask. Somebody got mad at me. I went in the store without a mask. Dude was like, "Hey, bro, you can't come in here without no mask." I'm like, "Oh, bro, I left the mask. I had left the mask. I forgot where I left the mask." I'm like, "Come on, man. I just want." No, you can't. You know. I'm like, "Man, I forgot." He's like, "Oh, you forgot." He tried to be sarcastic. "Oh, you forgot? You forgot it's a national law." Excuse my language, man. Fuck your national law. That's how I felt. Cause you stupid. I want to tell him so bad, bro. You can still get the virus, bro. Just go get a hazmat suit. You really want to be protected. And then you have one of our sisters walk by. You know they ignorant hood. Stupid nigga, you didn't know it. Y'all ready to fight me? Get mad at me because of a mask that you still can attract the disease from. Now, you're going to have a lot in those days. If your priorities ain't straight, guess what? You're going to have a lot of Israelites. Don't believe that they're not going to come. When the pressure gets on and the pressure gets going, what is that saying? When the pressure gets going and the going gets tough or something like that? Oh, you going to see tough get going? Yeah. You going to see just how many Israelites were strong. They strong right now. And let me say this for myself, Lord, I hope that you help me in those days. Because we don't know. People can be like, man, Ross, oh, he ain't never gonna fold. And I fold right before your eyes. If your priorities ain't straight, then you lack trust in the Most High. Did Daniel lack trust? Let's keep reading.
Verse 9. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuch. And the prince of the eunuch said unto David, I fear my lord the king, who had appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your face worse likened than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king.
So death was in this in this situation. It could have been, they could have went to death in this situation. But what did Daniel do? Did Daniel fold? Daniel didn't fold. Daniel was bold. He was like, man, I ain't eating that, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk to somebody to help me out. But Daniel had faith in the Most High, right? Has the Most High ever forsaken anybody? Look, man, remember, whatever you go through in your life, the Most High put you through that because you can handle it. You can handle it. And what did he do for Daniel? Read.
Verse 11. Then said Daniel to Melzar, who was the prince of the eunuch, has set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us post to eat and water to drink. Then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants.
You see that? So they was like, look, let us eat that. We don't want to defile ourselves with this wicked, abominable meat, right? We gonna eat this right now. Like I said, picture it as right now, China come take over America. Guess what? They like everybody got to eat the dog. Who gonna take the dog? Right? Read.
Verse 14. So he consented to them in this matter and proved them 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat.
See, that's what happens when you trust in the Lord. When you trust in the Lord, he got your back. Got your back. He got your back. But if you don't trust in the Lord, see, this would be the cold thing. You know how I trick my mind? I'd be like, man, in that day, Lord, if I am faced with that decision, this is how you got to trick your mind. Esau, a cold bastard. He'll mess around and tell you straight up, oh, I'm not going to kill you if you denounce God. And then you denounce God and he kill you anyway.
Y'all seen the Maccabees. We read it yesterday, right? They did it 100 times. Bait and switch. That's just naturally Salakia.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Let me get a precept for you real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No,
Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. That's just backing up what my brother was saying. Strive for the truth to the end, and the Lord he'll fight your battles, man. Even if you gotta die.
It's hard, man. Look, really serving the Lord is hard, but you got to understand the Most High got to put us through things because of this. He really loves us. Let's go to Exodus 20:5. I want y'all to write down. Actually, give me Numbers 2 and 17 first, and I want y'all to write down Daniel 6:3, right, all the way to 38. And that's
Numbers 2 and 5.
Yeah, 17.
17 and 5.
2 and 17. Numbers 2 and 17.
All right.
I want y'all to write down Daniel 6 verses 3 all the way to 38. I want y'all to read that story on your own time because that story shows you that's dealing with the story when he got thrown in the lion's den. Okay, he didn't bow down, he didn't pray. Okay, to the unlawful image.
All
right. So I want y'all to read that story, and when y'all read it, I want y'all to really meditate on it. Don't just read it, and really try to get an understanding of what was going on. You know, sometimes we got a habit of that. We'll read over the words without understanding the context or putting ourselves inside of the story. We got to put ourselves inside of the story and read it. But let me show y'all something. How jealous is God? How jealous is he? Let's read this. Let's go to Numbers and 2 and 17.
Verse 17. Then the tabernacle of the congregation shall set forth without the camp of the Levites in the midst of the camp, as they encamp. So shall they set forward every man in his place by their standards.
Right. So it said the tabernacle of the congregation shall be set forward with the camp of the Levites in the midst of the camp. Now, who knows what the tabernacle was? Who knows what the tabernacle is? Tabernacle was where the Most High dwelt before we had our temple. Okay, there was a tabernacle that it was built up, luxurious tents, right? That was built up. Now, all of us had to camp around the tabernacle. The Most High, he want to be seen. He like, everybody gonna surround me. That's how Most High, he want to feel special. He like, look, my tabernacle gonna be in the middle of everybody. I want everybody to be surrounded. I want to be in the middle of everybody. So when everybody look, I'm gonna be in the middle of everybody. That's where I want to be. The Most High said, I don't want to be on the outside. I don't want to be on the side. I don't want to be amongst it. I want to be in the middle. You know why? The Most High wanted the spotlight. I want the spotlight. So when you put Beyonce, when you put Jay-Z, when you put whoever you put above God, he mad at that because he wanted the spotlight so much. He said, y'all got to live around me. You know what I mean? Well, how would y'all feel if I was like, hey, you know, I want everybody to always just gather around me? What, we got the land with Ishba, right? What if I told y'all, hey, you know, we got the land Ishba. I want everybody's house to be around my house. How y'all gonna feel? Who the hell is this? But that's how the Most High was. He said, I want everybody to be around me. I mean, the Most High wants your attention. He's like, I need everybody's attention. I want to be in the middle of your life. I want to be the center of your life. My tabernacle got to be in the middle. And can't nobody be by it. Nobody. The only people that can be by it is the Levites. And the only reason why they even buy it is because they got to minister to me. Most High jealous. He a king. He can do that. He deserves every right of it. He wants your undivided attention. He wants everything from you. He don't just want your half-ass every Sabbath. He wants your attention all the time, every time. And so much now that your tabernacle ain't even physical now. It's in your body. He said, I want you even in your mind. Every time you think, it better be of me. And anytime it ain't of me, I'm mad. Anytime you let some foolishness in your mind, I'm mad. Most High said, I'm jealous. He said, I'm so jealous. I want y'all to live around me. I want you to think about me. I want you to put my commandments in your house of me. I want every single thing in your life, me. I want it to be in the front of your door. You know, the scriptures tell you that. He said, I want the commandments to be in the front of your doorpost. So when the person come in your house, they see me. Then when they walk in, they see me. Then when they look at your shirt and your clothes, they see me. Then when they look at your facial, your beard, they see me. And when they look at the sister's hair wrap, they see me. Why you think he tell you, oh, you ain't got to keep your beard. You don't got to do that no more. You stupid. The Most High God said, I do that because that's me. I like that. I want you to honor me in your clothes. I want you to honor me in what you eat. I want you to honor me in what you talk about. I want you to honor me in your brain. I want you to honor me with your facial hairs, all of that. Honor me every second. Most High ain't playing with you. He like, I want you to talk about me. And the moment you start getting tired of me, I'll cast you out. Who tired of the Most High? Oh, another feast day. You got people like that. Didn't Israel show that? When would the new moons be gone? Didn't they say that? When would the new moons be gone? Oh, I'm tired. I can't wait till the Sabbath is over, right? Also, like, that's how you feel about me? Let's get Exodus 20 now. Let's get Exodus 20 and 5.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, am jealous.
God just told you he's jealous. You know, when they always, you know, sisters, you know, when the world tells you, oh, your man ain't supposed to be jealous. You know how the world say that? Your man ain't supposed to be jealous. Who said that? If your man love you, he better be jealous. A man don't love you if he ain't jealous. I mean, God jealous? Isn't he married to Israel? Yeah. God is a very jealous guy. He said, I am jealous. He said, you better not be showing no other person my attention. That's how I feel about my real. That's how you supposed to feel about your. You better not be giving no other man too much attention. You give another man just a little attention, and I feel some way, it's gonna be some problems.
They got a law on jealousy, man.
Come on,
It's a jealousy law.
They do. Most High said, I'm jealous, right? Read, was that all of that?
I am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation
Yeah,
of
that's all
them
of
that
that.
hate me.
Let's go to Exodus 34 and 14. Let's bring it along.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Most High Yahweh, whose name is jealous and Salaki is a jealous power.
He's jealous. Watch this. He's even, if you put your wife or your husband before the Most High, he's even jealous with that. Because you know what happens when you can do that? You can easily fall off. You put your spouse before the Most High. He's jealous with that. You got to put him first in everything. And then everything will be answered. Everything will be good. You'll have no problems. Put him first. A lot of people have problems in their relationship because they don't put God first. We're secondary in our relationship. God is first. People got problems in their brotherhood because they don't put God first. They put their egos first. Or they put other people first. No, put God first in everything and your relationships will be good. God is a jealous God. Let's get a couple more. Let's read let's go to Corinthians.
For a second.
Actually, let's get Deuteronomy 4 and 24 first. Then we get Corinthians.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 24. For the Most High, thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power.
You make him mad. He said, I'm a consuming fire. He said, I'm so jealous. I'm like a consuming fire. I want your undivided attention. So, brothers, you know what that means? That means y'all got to figure out what your job is within this walk. People online, you got to figure out what the Most High wants you to do in this walk. Sisters in here, y'all got to figure out what y'all want, what the Most High wants you to do. He's jealous. Don't give somebody else more attention than you give him. Give him more attention. In everything, right? Now let's go to 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. 19, I'm sorry. 1 Corinthians 6 and 19.
16 and 19 or 6?
6 and 19.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of the Most High, and ye are not your own, for ye are bought with a price.
You are not your own. Who do you belong to? You bought with a price. Y'all seen Django? Remember the scene with the Mandingo fighter and he was running and he was like, I didn't spend $500 on you, nigga. Who gonna give me my $500 back? That's the same way the Most High looking at you. I gave my life for you. Somebody gonna get a life in exchange for me, pay me back for my life? He gave his life for you. So guess what? You are not your own. Your life doesn't belong to you. And if you think it does, then you're in the wrong place. You think that you're gonna serve the Most High, your life does not belong to you. Who does your life belong to? So if you ain't doing everything that you can for the Most High, then you failing him. Read.
Read it again. Verse 20. For ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which are the Most High's.
Whose body is this? Is it yours? Is it yours? Is it mine? It's not our body. So if he say grow your beard, it's not my body to say I don't want to. If he say wear fringes on your clothes, it's not my body to say I don't want to. Whose body is it? If he said don't eat pork, it's not my body. That's the whole misconception that America didn't get. It's my body. It's just the sisters. It's my body. I'm my own man. Man, no, you not. You belong to the Father. You belong to the Mashiach. It's his body. He loves you. He died. He gave everything up for you. Now we got to give our lives to him. Who's ready to do that? We're going to get a life to the Father. If you do, we got some work to do. We got some work to do, brothers and sisters. Go ahead. You want to precept?
Yeah. Give me Luke 14:26 or 28. Give me that real quick.
Luke
14, yeah. I just want to piggyback off what my brother said. Powerful point, man. Beautiful lesson. I just want to show you that it's not his words. I'm gonna further assure you that this is not his word.
14:27.
You can read 26. Let's get to the point.
Luke chapter 14, verse 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
You have no place in my kingdom, man. Now, don't get choked up on the word hate. It just means loves less right here. If you don't love less your own life, if you don't love less all your you know what I'm saying, your brethrens in the world, in this truth, if you don't love less these things more than the Most High, hey, look, man, you're not worthy of his kingdom. That's what he's saying. So I give you an example. Let's say you came up in this truth, right? And you and your wife was in the world and y'all go out all the time, right? Y'all was lovey-dovey, and that's cool. That's a beautiful thing. You want to show love in Israel. But nevertheless, the Lord called you to be something special. Like, all right, I got a different role for you. I know in the world, you and your wife used to go out all the time on the weekend, but now I need you to be a teacher. I need you to travel. I need you to make some adjustments for me. Who you gonna pick? The wife? They're gonna pick the Most High. You gotta let her, hey, look, baby, I love you, but look, I gotta go do this work, man. We gotta make these adjustments. Hey, look, the feast days gonna be the days we get it in. I can't do it. Every day outside of that belongs to the Most High. Those are difficult conversations you're gonna have with your rib. And Most High willing, you gotta understand and will. I'm just giving an example. That's what the Lord talking about. Y'all, I ain't talking about denying the world and your little family members. That's light work. I'm talking about people that's really, really close to you that walk with you. Rata and Lob, they've been in this for a long time. They ain't seen brothers that they slept with. They not here no more. Raya, Sarai. She did this her whole life. She's seen a lot of people. You think it's a lot of people she don't love that's not doing this no more? Family members that she loved that's not doing this no more? It's serious. It's really that serious, bro. So ultimately, just to follow up what my brother was saying, are you here for the Most High or your people? Because you might have that nice teacher that you love, and the Most High take his spirit. Now what you gonna do? I took that nigga out the truth. Now what you gonna do? Because you was only here for him, right? Okay, yeah. You was only here for him, right? All right, let me take him out. That's how the Most High get out. I'm gonna remove him. Now you don't got your Naquans, God forbid, right? You don't got your guerrilla Hebrews, right? Sabaks, all these Ratazan, God forbid, all these top level dudes, right? What you gonna do now? Shit, we still gotta get it cracking, right? Regardless of them, right? So that's what the Lord says. So this is a good precept to kind of meditate on, man. You're gonna have to get rid of everything, man, for the Most High, even your own life.
Put everything aside. The Most High is first in everything that you do. And then you'll realize you won't be as depressed. You won't be as sad. You won't get as angry. You won't be as emotional because you know that everything in your life is for the Most High. And even women and men, we all working on our own accord. Let me show y'all something real quick. Just two more precepts. Let's get 1 Corinthians 16 and 19. Watch this. Somebody might look at my rib, right? Might look at my life, might look at anybody that's a teacher or a leader, right? And say,
16.
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 16, 19. And somebody might say, oh, his wife is only doing that because of him. Oh, his wife is only doing that because of him. No, not at all, sisters. If y'all got a husband that's doing the works, you're not helping your husband. You're helping the father. This is his business. Is this our business?
No.
Who business is this? This is not mine. You're helping the Most High. You're not helping us as individuals. This is his business. When we open up our homes and stuff like that, we're opening up for who? For the Most High's business. It's a sacrifice. You got to get up every day, clean up, make sure the house is smelling good, clean the toilet, clean the bathroom, make sure the food ain't all on the countertops and all that. Make sure, and we got to hurry up and do it before Chad comes, because Chad gonna always be on time. You understand what I'm saying? This is work. 1 Corinthians 16, 19.
1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 19. The churches of Asia salute you. Aquila and Priscilla salute you much in the Lord, with the church that is in their house.
In their where?
In their house.
Where did Aquila and Priscilla have church at? In their house. Did they have a big building? Did it say they had a big building? And said they had it in their house. They sacrificed their homes. Sacrificed their gas. Sacrificed their time. Brother called 3 a.m. You got to answer that phone. You don't know what's going on. You got to see what's going on with your flock. All right. Let's read Romans 16:3.
Romans chapter 16, verse 3. Greet Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Yahweh Shai.
They're who?
My helpers in Yahweh Shai.
Aquila and Priscilla were helpers. So what does that mean? That meant Aquila was the husband, Priscilla was the wife. They was teamwork. We all doing this work. They didn't have a mentality. The sisters didn't have a mentality that I'm only helping you because I'm you. No, she did this for the Lord on her own. And I wanted to find that scripture that says, I think it was her, that she made glorious garments for the brothers. So glorious garments for us. These are the works that you have to do for the Father. We all have to do our own works. Now let's get this last one. 2 Timothy 2:15.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Study to show thyself approved.
Study to do what?
Study to show thyself approved.
No, your husband got to study with you.
Study to show thyself approved.
No, you got to wait till Rabsa and Iram do the lesson.
Study to show thyself approved.
I'm waiting for Zabak to drop the next video, or any brother that's reputable in Israel to drop the next video so I can learn.
Facts. Study to show thyself
Study
approved.
to show thyself approved. We got work to do, brothers and sisters. All right. Make the Most High your priority. Keep him in your heart. You're not doing this for men. You ain't doing this for friends. You ain't doing this for relationships. You're doing this for the Father. And best believe, you got to have that mentality. Our relationship goes as long as the Father. So anybody that leave the Most High in here, our relationship is done.
And it's funny because when I met Ratazan, he always said that, hey, this was back when my name was Avery. I didn't have my Hebrew name. He's like, hey, bro, we're going to always be close as long as you in this truth. He just kept it 100, and I had the respect. He was like, yeah, because if you go back in the world, man, just consider us done. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. But as long as you always, and me too, as long as I'm always in this truth, you can always be my brother. And I respected him, man. I really respected him for that because that's just solid. That's solid. And I expect nothing less but from that brother, you know what I'm saying, to be solid like that. Because what the hell can we do together if we're not on this mission? Can two walk together unless they agree? They can't, right? All right.
And that goes for children. My daughters get older and they want to go do whatever they want to do. The door is right there. You want to go live your life and you don't want to listen to my rules in my house with the Most High? I love them to death, right? But we gotta cut it off. And that's how everybody in here got to be too. Your relationship should go as far as the Most High. You shouldn't build a personal relationship to where it goes over the Most High, to where if somebody breaking the commandments, you're like, that's still my brother, though. No, it's not your brother. You understand?
So I want one more precept before you close it out.
Go ahead.
Give me Acts chapter 17, verse 10. I just want to piggyback on what he just brought out. Study thyself, right? I love how he highlighted thyself. I'm going to show you a church that actually did this. I'm going to show you a church in the scripture that actually did what Rata was just talking about. Read that, Rata.
17 and 10.
Yeah.
Acts chapter 17, verse 10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, and coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. This were more notable than those in Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind.
What?
All readiness of mind.
Watch this.
And searched the scriptures daily.
How did they do it?
Daily.
They searched the scriptures daily. So give me an example. All the stuff that Radazan just brought out, are you guys going to go rehash and go over this lesson? Or are you going to just put it in your damn notebook and archive it? Are you going to go back over all these scriptures? Who got free time tomorrow? Who going to do it? It's because this is what the Church of Berea was doing. It was more noble than Thessalonica. You know why? Because they went back. It was like, look, I love Rata, but let me see what he talking about is true. That's studying to show yourself approved. So this is a good example of how you study to show yourself approved.
All right. With that, that's going to end class. Shalom to everybody that's online. Love y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sabbath. Shalom.